Okay, guys, if you're just jumping on board, I'm just waiting for Jordan to make his way onto the call. This is the first time we've done a Google Hangout together, and I'm interviewing Jordan tonight. So I've literally been doing this all day, trying to make sure that we're going to get the video right. So hopefully he will be on very soon. So if you're just joining in, hold tight. It's going to be a great webinar. We're going to go into some major points of breakthroughs, mindset techniques of what we do with our clients, specifically Jordan, because he's a mind coach. So I am just hanging on. If anybody is, well, I know I've got some viewers on now, but just give me a quick message in the chat box. If you can hear me, you can see me, everything's running smoothly. Fingers crossed this will work. This will work tonight, hopefully. He's on his way. He's on his way, he's told me. Okay, guys, if you can give me a chat box comment just to say that you can hear me, you can see me, and you are here and you're ready. You're ready to learn this stuff. Oh, there he is.
How's it going? Can you hear
How's
me?
it going, mate? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
All right, I had to take my microphone out. It's not working properly with the microphone in. Can't hear you. We'll have to get some headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're getting some viewers on, so that's cool. We're up to 5 viewers now.
Cool.
So what we're doing tonight, guys, is I've invited Jordan along to share with you what he does with his clients. Jordan's a mindset coach, and I'm going to leave it to him to kind of tell his story and his background in a second. But the reason we're doing this is because we want to just get a bit like a different picture out there of, you know, what it takes to actually get results. I mean, I know there's a lot of like how I work with my clients personally is I like strategies. I like to kind of get people following a strategy, and then they start to see it works in terms of weight loss. And then once they get the results initially really quickly, or with whatever I'm doing, like whether I'm coaching a small business owner, because I do that as well, you know, I like to put strategies in place and then make sure that they stick to it. They can see it working, the confidence builds, and then their minds kind of just start taking a bit of a, you know, different angle in a positive way. But I thought it'd be interesting to have Jordan on tonight. We're doing things a little bit differently. I'm used to doing Facebook Live, so this has been a bit of a challenge for me today to get right. But I'm just going to leave it to Jordan just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory about what he does. Well, actually, why you got into it in the first place, to be honest, mate. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, awesome. So first of all, thanks a lot for having me.
All right.
Yeah, so my background is working as a mind coach, and I guess really, if I go quite far back, I guess it all started when I was about 15 years old. I saw an NBA game of American basketball, and at the time I wasn't really doing very well in school, and I was always getting in trouble all the time.
Sounds like me.
And then I saw this game of basketball on TV, and that's when it all changed for me. I saw Michael Jordan play, and yeah, I just remember seeing him and thinking, wow, this guy, he's an athlete who can really dominate the sport. And he was just sprinting up and down non-stop. So I thought, here's a game that can keep my attention. because I had the attention span of a fish, you know, and that's why I think one of the reasons I was getting in trouble all the time. And so I thought, right, I really want to start playing. The only problem was there was no team in the area because I grew up in Llandudno, North Wales. So as you can imagine, there's not too many American basketball players around there. So luckily there was a group of guys that played, and one of them was called David Wormsley, and he was who I thought was the best. So I kind of set my sights on beating him. I thought if I can beat him and become the best in the area, then I feel like I've really accomplished something. And I guess this was the first time I'd ever kind of set a goal for myself, and then this is what started me on my first process of learning things, applying them, and then seeing what was working, and making some tweaks here and there, and then finally achieving my goal. And that's what I did. You know, at the time when I grew up, we had to use video cassettes. So I bought all the Michael Jordan video cassettes I could find, and I put them in. And as he was about to shoot the basketball, I'd press play on the video. So then, I pressed pause, sorry, on the video. So I'd look at his hand and I'd study his hand, how he was holding the ball, and then I'd press play and then pause again, and then it'd show how he actually shot the basketball. And I'd
so do that when you're out tonight, will you?
No. So not at least not where I'm going tonight. So I just did that and just studied him, and then so I was learning things. But then here's the really important thing: so I was applying what I'd learned as well. So I'd go outside and I'd train for hours and hours on my own, and I'd apply what I'd seen and what I was learning. And not only that, but I was using visualization as well. So so I'd imagine David Wormsley in front of me, and I'd imagine me stopping him all the time and me scoring basket after basket. And then eventually, after some time, I actually beat him. And then that was, like I said before, that was my first taste of setting a goal for myself and learning about mindset and learning about like strategy. Even though I didn't really understand any of that back then because I was like 15 years old. But this was my first kind of taste of it. And then fast forward a good 10 years or so, and I decided to become a personal trainer after trying loads and loads of different jobs. I was like stacking shelves at one point. Tried working in the bar industry and tried loads and loads of different jobs, and always felt like there was something missing, like I just wanted something else. And then when I thought about personal training, because I'd always been into keeping in shape, so I thought personal training was a natural progression for me. And I just thought, like, here's something where I feel like I can help someone else and actually see and feel that I'm changing their life. You know, having a positive influence on someone's life. So I did that, and then I worked in the fitness industry for like the last 8 years, and but I still felt like there was something missing. Just still didn't feel like I was quite on the right path. I felt like I was enjoying helping people, but I want to do it on a much bigger scale. So that's what got me thinking about mind coaching, and it was with my own clients when I was getting frustrated with some of them getting results and some of them not getting results. And when I started looking into it, I realized that the most important muscle of all is the mind. You know, that's the muscle that matters. That's what I feel anyway. And because I think that's why so many of these people go on these yo-yo diets, you know, up and down. They're searching for an answer when they're searching outside for an answer when really they should be searching inside here. Yeah, because that's where the problems lie. You know, it's their self-image that they have of themselves. And this goes for anyone in any industry trying to achieve any goal. You know, if they keep failing over and over again, it might not necessarily be your approach. It might be, you know, what's going on up here. And so that's what started getting me thinking about mind coaching. And then once I started learning and reading every book I'd get my hands on, I started going to seminars and courses and yeah, just doing everything I could to gain knowledge. And then I'd apply what I'd learned and use it on my clients, and they started getting really, really good results. I could see the change in them mentally and emotionally. And then that's when I decided to start my own mind coaching business, which is kind of brings me up to date now. So yeah, and I'm just enjoying seeing it grow, slowly but surely.
Yeah. No, I wanted to speak to you obviously because you've got that kind of niche going on now where you're training people's minds, and you see it a lot now. Like obviously because I've been a trainer pretty much the same time you have. And I think a lot of the new trainers in the industry, they start to talk about mindset and they're like, you know, mindset's everything, but they don't really know. They kind of say it, but I don't think they really quite understand it on a deep level. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people talking about it, but what's the, I was trying to think of the right word. What's the best way to kind of help a client, you know, if they are on that kind of yo-yo pattern? What's the best kind of thing you should be doing initially? Because I think, you know, when I was training a lot of clients, they would be kind of, you know, with me one week, then disappear the next. And it was almost like a bit of an uphill struggle with some people.
Yeah.
So rather than just saying, oh yeah, like mindset's everything, what would you say is the kind of key to it all with, you know, initially with starting with someone?
Well, I'd say if people are struggling and they're finding it hard to stick to training, for example, like you just said, then I think they just need to look at, it can be like a few things. The number one thing, the thing that I've noticed the most from getting into the mind coaching is whatever people's self-images of themselves, so whatever they believe of themselves, they will always stick to that. So they might veer off the path every now and then, but they'll always come back to that. So if, for example,
like a default,
someone who's
like a default habit kind of thing.
Yeah. So for example, if someone's like very overweight and they'll lose all the weight, you'll find that they'll always go back to the same weight again. They'll pile all the weight back on because in their mind they still see themselves as that person. And it even goes as far as, you know, how they see themselves with their friends once they start losing the weight. Some people see it even as a negative thing, the people that are actually losing the weight, because they'll start thinking, right, where do I stand socially now with my friends? Because some people I've met in the past, you know, they've been the person that's overweight, that always makes fun of themselves and cracks jokes in the social environment, and then all of a sudden they lose this weight, and then they feel like, oh, you know, I don't have that significance in the social group anymore. So, you know, it can affect people on lots of different levels. So I would say start looking at what's the story that you tell yourself, and that's a lot of it comes from the self-talk that you tell yourself on a daily basis. So, you know, how do you see yourself? You know, what story do you keep telling yourself all the time? And some people are absolutely blinded by the story. You know, I'm sure you know, and everyone listening knows that one person that has always got a drama going on. There's always something wrong, no matter when you call them or when you speak to them, or you won't believe what's just happened to me. And there's always a story. And I just think, you know, you just have to realize and do some self-reflection, have some time to yourself and think about what is the story that I'm currently telling myself? How do I see myself and how do I view myself? So what type of things am I saying to myself when I've got some time alone? Am I giving myself positive affirmations, or am I telling myself that, you're no good, you're never going to do that because that's just not you. I've not got the confidence to do that. You know, if you're telling yourself all these things, then to change. So I'd say that's the first step, is realizing what type of story you've got yourself, how you view yourself, what image you have of yourself. And then the second step is having enough leverage to help you make those changes with your habits and your routine. Because a lot of the time, it might not be the self-image, it might just be that it's hard making a new habit and changing your routine. It's hard for anyone. I still struggle with it as well. It's hard for everyone, changing a habit that you've had for years and years and years. So I think you just need to be very, very crystal clear on why you're making that change. For example, if we stick with weight loss, then it would be something like if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, the standard answer is, I just want to feel a bit better, tone up and lose a bit of weight." The amount of times I've heard that over the years, I'm sure you have as well. It's probably thousands. And
fill a form out.
yeah. So that is just not juicy enough. When someone's feeling tired or a little bit ill, or they just don't want to do it, they're feeling lazy, then those reasons are not going to be enough to get that person out of bed in the morning. Whereas if they write down a list of, say, 30 reasons or even 10 reasons, just start with 10 and just write down, right, how is this going to affect my family? How's it going to affect my kids? How's it going to affect my working environment? How's it going to affect my relationship with my partner? How's it going to affect my energy levels on a daily basis. You know, you can.
Well, I was just going to say,
so
like, yeah. So I'm just coming on to a different, well, same sort of point. You know, like I think a lot of people try and find reasons not to do something, but once you start asking the question to yourself, okay, 10 reasons why I should be doing this, not 10 reasons, you know, talking yourself out of it. I think it kind of changes the game a little bit when you see it, you know, what it can evolve into on a bigger scale. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sorry, carry on. But
yeah. So no, I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. I think once you realise that the real reasons, it's just about peeling back the layers, because a lot of the time people don't even realise the reason why they really want to change, or you know they've got it hidden back somewhere in a little box inside the mind. But you know, a lot of the time they don't go there because it scares them, and it scares them thinking about it. But
I'm definitely not perfect. So I've got some really weird shit going on sometimes.
Yeah, we'll stay away from those boxes tonight. Yeah, so yeah, it's just about thinking about the benefits, and then also linking those benefits to what's important to you as a person. So whatever your passion is, whatever drives you, and whatever you value in your life, it's about linking those benefits. So you might hate fitness, or you might hate working out, but it's about linking those benefits of the fitness and working out to what you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
So if your world is your kids, for example, and you're constantly tired all the time and can't really play with them, and you lose your patience all the time with them, and you're angry all the time, then you know, and training is an awesome de-stressor. It's going to be great for your energy levels, so you won't be tired, so then you won't be as irritable all the time, you know, and then that's going to help you with your kids. It's going to help you be more positive around them. That's going to make them be more positive. You know, there's so many knock-on effects. So it's just about thinking about the benefits and then linking them to what's important to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, you know, one of the biggest kind of excuses is, you know, I don't have enough time. So say, for example, I you know, I'll get someone who comes to me and says, you know, I want to, you know, I want to drop like 4 or 5 clothing sizes, something like that. And then, you know, they might say, fill out a form, and then you say, well, this is what's needed to get there. And that kind of, that excuse pops up all the time. I don't have enough time. Where do you think that stems from? I mean, I know people are busy, but you know, multi-millionaires don't have any more time than people who are poor. So it's not a case of people have more time than others. So like, what do you kind of, just to kind of wrap all this up?
I think
that's the major one we get.
Yeah, I think that time one comes up all the time, funnily enough. Yeah, and I think it's just, again, comes down to how much they value what they're to change. So you know, if it is to do with fitness, then it's about how much they value the change. So if they don't value it, they're not going to prioritize it, and then they're going to say, well, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, and then that leaves me no time. But even if someone's got the busiest schedule in the world, then you can't tell me that they can't get up an hour earlier each day. Because if, for example, you said, whatever your job is, and they said to you, right, we're going to pay you £1,000 per hour, but you have to get up an hour earlier each day, then obviously everyone would do it, and they just adapt. So it's not that people can't do it, it's just that they don't value it enough. So I think that, you know, again, comes down to understanding the benefits, and really, really, truly understanding the benefits to you and what you're passionate about, and again, just linking those to what drives you.
Yeah, I think as well, the world can get a little bit crazy about money. You know, because I did a quick video post last week on Facebook, and it kind of hit home with a lot of people. I was talking about, because I've experienced it in my own relations as well, you know, I've seen it firsthand, you know, that when people are kind of in that shocked place where they realize they've let the health slip, and, you know, there's no kind of turning back with it. You know, if you had £1 million in a briefcase, you'd give it to get your health back. And
yeah.
I think a lot of people get kind of just caught up in habits all through their lives where they're chasing money, but the true wealth is health. You can't do anything without your health, and sometimes, like, it's a shame to say, but sometimes the biggest kind of tragedies shock someone, you know, to make changes, and and this is why I think like what you do is so important, because when someone speaks to you and they start realizing these things 10, 20 years earlier, you know, and they can make the changes, I think it's so valuable.
It's true, yeah, because I was talking to someone just yesterday, and about how it's funny how it takes people, like you just said, a massive shock in their life to change. And it's like, you know, someone's friend will die or someone's family member will die, and then all of a sudden that's the shock that they needed, and then they'll start really thinking about their health, and they'll start thinking about, you know, what they're prioritizing and the decisions that they're making, you know, when it comes to their health and their lifestyle. But that's just, unfortunately, that's a lot of the time what it takes, because like you just said, when someone's been in their comfort zone for years and years and years and the whole life, then it is very hard to change. You know, everyone understands the importance of health, but we just, unfortunately, we live in a world full of distractions, and obviously as well, the people that you choose to spend your time with are obviously going to have a big influence on your life. So if the people that you choose to spend all your time with don't really work out and don't really care about their health, it's going to have a big impact on you yourself as well.
Yeah. Wow, that was deep. Yeah, that's wicked, mate. Listen, we're going to run out of time. I know you need to shoot off as well, but
cool.
Yeah. So I mean, if anybody's kind of interested in, because I don't know what your process is, if anybody's interested in having a quick chat, I mean, I know you're not like one of these people who, you know, has like a strict regime where you, I don't know, like, you know, if people want to come and work with you, they can have a bit of a chat with you initially, I suppose, or see what kind of things you do. Just give the guys a little bit of an idea of what you do if someone wants to go down this route of making some changes, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, if anyone wants to chat with me, then feel free to give me a shout. Jordan Groves on Facebook, and I also run a free mind coaching group, which is Jordan Groves Mind Coaching, where I just put free videos in there, loads of content every day, just obviously trying to help people achieve what they want in their life. And yeah, if anyone's interested in a consultation, then it's a free like 20-minute chat. And so yeah, just get in touch on Facebook, or otherwise, if you want to contact me on email, it's JG, as in for Jordan Groves, so jgmindcoaching @gmail.com. Okay,
wicked. All right, mate, I'll leave you to enjoy your night. So what we'll do is share this video out. We've had a few viewers on tonight, but obviously it's recorded, so hopefully we'll get out to a few more. But yeah, that was wicked.
Awesome. Yeah, nice talking to you anyway.
Catch you soon.
There, buddy. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.